dinghy, and this is the Sea Lion Rookery. So we're going to be heading around that corner, around that reef, and right now there's an intensely bad fly situation. So that's where we're seeing the flies there. So you can see Sutil Island from here. We're going to round this bunch of kelp, and we're going to go for that. Our dive spot is going to be on that side of the island, and there's rocks in between the island and that rock, so you kind of have to take a wide swath around it because there's a lot of rocks and there was waves breaking yesterday. So that side of the island is a little more weather on it, so we tend to go to the opposite side that we're looking at right now, and then you could see the rocks, those rocks that stick out there. So, and then there's a pretty big kelp bed that extends over here that you want to kind of, you're gonna have to hug that corner of the island to get around a bunch of kelp that's sitting there in the bay. So we're taking a 10-foot dinghy with 3 guys, and we just put our stuff in the water. We got a radio bag, a pretty good anchor. If you drift away, it's gonna be kind of bad. So you got to make sure you got a pretty good anchor. And
are you YouTubing?
What are you?
Are you YouTubing?
Yes, I'm YouTubing. So I'm just gonna interview you, Mark. So what else do you like to dive around here? Like, what other places?
Shag Rock, Arch Point.
Shag Rock and Arch Point, and we're probably gonna go to Sea Lion Rookery. We're gonna try to get some extra air and do Sea Lion Rookery on the way back. We're looking to thread. There's a seal right there. I don't know if you can see him, but there's a lot of seals around. We're looking to thread the needle around this kelp bed right here. We found a path yesterday that went through there. Of course, the alternative is to go out and around, but there's a bunch of kelp out there too. So we're gonna try to thread the needle through here. You can kind of see more of the coastline here. Oh,
there's the way through right here.
We're just picking our way through this kelp bed. You kind of see the bottom is super clear here.
We'll take an oar and like kind of sweep it away.
Yeah, we're gonna have to paddle through this or go around the rock.
You need to get
through that kelp bed. So we kind of went to egg beater mode on the engine. We were able to make it through that kelp bed, and then Jake and I were, using these oars to paddle through there. So anyway, we're headed for the dive spot now. It's around that corner. It's kind of a big cave there. We'll show you in a second.
This is stirred up.
This is the spot that we saw yesterday, but it wasn't. Looks like we're getting a little bit more north swell today. It's not quite as calm as we would have hoped. We went here yesterday in the afternoon and it was pretty good. I think the further they go this way, probably won't be as good because it's going to be less protected. Yeah. So it's kind of a little bit swelly right now, Sergi. Sure, we're like in around 30, 35 feet right now, maybe no more than 40. We're looking at the dive spot to see what it's like. Yeah, so, you can kind of see the swells, and it's kind of a no-go. We don't suspect there's that much current, but it's just the west swells are causing it to be kind of screwed up. Yesterday we didn't have that problem. So what we're thinking about doing now is going on the other side of that kelp bed there and checking for current. And one way that we check for current is to throw the dive gear in there.
The right idea is to anchor the boat right in the middle of the thin spot of the kelp bed.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so anyway, we're thinking about anchoring in the thin spot of the kelp bed.
It seems like this side of the rock kind of protects the north swell a little bit.
Right.
So we're getting some shelter from the north swell, possibly. but we, you know, and if doesn't work out, like we can't tolerate any current because we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so we don't want to have any current, you know, when we go diving. So anyway, we're gonna see what happens there.
You know your knots are
So we're anchoring. We got chain on the anchor. We're anchoring here in this kelp bed. The kelp was sitting straight
How
up.
much do you want to pay out?
You want me to tie on the?
Yeah,
I'll tie on the line. It's a sealed cove, and we're in about 20 feet. So if you choose to dive here, the seals will dive bomb you pretty much. There's a whole bunch of seals up on the cliff that go into the water and just kind of dive bomb and hang out in the kelp.